Have you ever wondered why Irma Gobb stayed with Mr. Bean for so long? She smiled through all his weird behavior. She forgave him when he forgot her birthday. She even brought her own teddy bear to make him feel better. She seemed kind, patient, loyal, but maybe she wasn't. What if Irma wasn't just the sweet, caring girlfriend we all thought she was? What if there's another side to her? A side we ignored for too long? Because the more you watch the Mr. Bean animated series, the more you realize something is off. She shows up like a dream girl. She helps him. She hugs him. She laughs at his jokes. But when things don't go her way, she flips. And not in a funny cartoon way. She yells. She storms off. She takes away the one thing Mr. Bean loves the most, his teddy bear. That's not love. That's control. And it doesn't stop there. Irma Gobb is dangerous, and I'm going to prove it. Let's go back to the beginning. It all started in a movie theater. Bean walks in late, of course. Irma is already seated holding a small popcorn, just waiting. He sits next to her. They watch a horror movie. Bean acts like a fool, covering his face, screaming, even using Irma as a human shield when things get scary. And what does she do? She forgives him. She still smiles. That was the first red flag. Not because she was kind but because she never stood up for herself. In the beginning, it looked like love, but maybe, just maybe, it was something else. A setup, a plan, a long game. And Mr. Bean, he never saw it coming. Let's keep going. It was supposed to be a cute moment, a small surprise, a special day for a little bear, Teddy's birthday, Mr. Bean's best friend, his whole world. And Irma? She remembered. She planned the party. She even brought gifts. But Mr. Bean, he forgot. No cake, no decorations, not even a hug. Irma's smile faded instantly. She had been planning this for days. She even brought her own teddy bear, a pink one named Lottie, just to join the party. She wanted to share something special with Bean, a memory, a celebration, and he didn't care. At least that's how it looked. But what happened next is where everything started to shift. Instead of just being sad, instead of walking away quietly, Irma used it. She held on to that moment. She didn't yell. She didn't cry. She made Mr. Bean feel small. She stood there staring while he panicked. She let him run around trying to fix things. She made him feel guilty, and when he finally tried to make it right, and with a clumsy apology and a broken cake, she still held the power. She gave him a quick kiss, just a little smile like, now you know how it feels. This wasn't forgiveness, it was a test. And he failed it, because from that day on, everything changed. Irma stopped being just the kind girlfriend. She became something else, someone who could hurt Bean without even raising her voice. She didn't need to fight. She didn't need to scream. She just needed to wait and let the guilt do the work. That's what makes her dangerous. She knows how much Bean cares. She knows he's scared of losing her, and she uses that fear to stay in control. This wasn't just about a teddy bear, it was about power. And Irma had all of it. It was supposed to be a quiet night, just Mr. Bean and Irma, watching TV together. Nothing crazy, just a show, some snacks, and a little time as a couple. But no, because Mr. Bean wanted to watch something he liked, and Irma, she had other plans. Click. Bean changes the channel. Click. Irma grabs the remote and changes it back and forth, again and again. First, it's funny, then it's not. Soon, they're wrestling over the remote, like kids. Neither one gives up. Irma grabs it harder. Bean pulls. The screen flickers. And then, boom, the TV explodes. Sparks fly. Smoke fills the room. They both jump. But Irma, she's done. She grabs her coat, her things, and Teddy. Yes, Teddy. She snatches Bean's best friend and walks out the door without a word. That's when you realize something. Irma didn't just want the remote, she wanted control. And when she didn't get it, she took what mattered most. She didn't just walk away, she made sure Bean would feel it, deep down. Imagine how much that hurt, to sit alone, with a broken TV, and no Teddy. All because he wanted to choose the channel. That's not love, and it was the first time we saw Irma's temper explode, just like the TV. One moment she's smiling, the next, she's walking away with everything. That's what makes her scary. She doesn't yell, she doesn't fight, she just leaves you broken. And if even Teddy isn't safe from her, no one is. If you really want to know how far Irma Gobb can go, you need to see what she did to Teddy. Because this wasn't an accident. It wasn't a mistake, it was planned. Irma Gobb kidnapped Mr. Bean's teddy bear. Yes, kidnapped. She waited until Bean was distracted. Then she took Teddy, packed a suitcase, and gave Mr. Bean one simple message: take me on vacation or you'll never see Teddy again. And she wasn't joking. She held Teddy like a hostage. showed him through the window, waved at Bean like it was nothing. She even smiled, like this was just another cute moment between a couple, but it wasn't cute, it was scary. Because she knew exactly what she was doing. She didn't ask Bean, she didn't talk to him, she didn't say, hey, I need a break, let's go away. No. She used his weakness, she used the thing he loves the most, and it worked. Bean chased her through the train station, ran through platforms, begged her to stop. He even got on the wrong train just to try and get Teddy back. That's not a joke. That's emotional blackmail. Irma used love as a weapon, and she won. Eventually, Bean gives in. They go on the vacation she wanted, and Teddy, he gets returned like a prize, like a reward for good behavior. That moment changed everything, because now we know if Irma wants something, she doesn't wait, she doesn't talk, she doesn't ask, and she doesn't care who it hurts. Mr. Bean was never the same after that trip, and honestly, neither was Teddy. You'd think after everything, Irma would stay loyal. After Teddy, after the dinners, after the TV exploding, but nope, Irma Gobb doesn't just get angry, she gets even. It happens during a simple dinner. Mr. Bean takes Irma to a fancy restaurant. He wants to impress her, but of course, it's Mr. Bean. Things go wrong. He forgets his wallet. He tries silly tricks to avoid the bill. And Irma, she's embarrassed. She's tired. She's had enough. Then, she sees someone else. A violinist walks over to their table, tall, handsome, playing sweet music, and suddenly, Irma changes. She smiles. She laughs. She forgets all about Mr. Bean. She starts dancing with the violinist, right in front of Bean. Like Mr. Bean doesn't exist. Like none of it ever mattered. He stands there frozen, sad, confused, watching her dance with another man. And Irma, she doesn't care. Not even a little. It's not just flirting. It's payback. For the birthday, for the TV, for the missed signs. She wants Bean to feel jealous. She wants him to suffer, and he does. Because Mr. Bean isn't good with emotions. He's quiet, he's awkward, but even he knows what just happened. He got replaced. Now here's the twist. As Irma leaves the restaurant with the violinist, a blue car crashes into his boom. The violinist is gone. Irma stares, then walks back to Mr. Bean's car like nothing happened. She gets in, smile, like the whole thing never happened. Just, oops. And that's terrifying, because she didn't just cheat. She didn't just flirt. She used someone else, then discarded them like trash. And worst of all, she used Mr. Bean's emotions as a game. That's not romance, that's emotional violence. Irma Gobb isn't just jealous, she's strategic, she's cold, and she knows exactly how to make you feel invisible. And the more you watch her, the more dangerous she becomes. Irma Gobb always wanted one thing from Mr. Bean: commitment. And maybe a little ring. She waited, she dropped hints, she circled rings in jewelry stores, she smiled and stared at him with hope. But Mr. Bean, he never got the message, until one day, everything came crashing down. It started as a simple picnic. Irma called Mr. Bean out to the park. She set up the blanket, packed the lunch, wore her favorite dress. She was ready. This was it. She thought today was the day Bean would finally propose. But what really happened? A total disaster. Bean shows up late. He's confused, clumsy, and distracted. Then, chaos. He finds someone else's engagement ring in the grass, and instead of giving it to Irma, he tries to return it to the wrong woman. Irma sees them together, Bean talking to her, laughing, smiling, kneeling like he's about to propose. And Irma, she snaps. Her face goes pale, her mouth drops, her heart cracks. She walks over, the wind picks up, the picnic shakes. And just when Bean tries to explain, a bird swoops down and flies away with the ring. Gone. Just like that. Irma's hope, gone. Her patience, gone. Everything she held on to for so long. The dreams, the plans, the future. It all vanished in one afternoon. And what does Irma do? She stares at him. No words, no tears, just silence. And then, she turns and walks away. That moment, it felt final. She didn't yell. She didn't fight. She didn't beg. She just left. And honestly, that was the scariest part. Because now, we're not even sure if she's ever coming back. That wasn't just a breakup. That was a warning. Irma Gobb had reached her limit, and the next time she gets hurt, she might not just leave. She might destroy everything. You see, there's a secret in the Mr. Bean animated series. Something most fans miss. Something that changes everything. Mr. Bean is not human. Yeah, you heard that right. In one of the most unbelievable episodes, we find out the truth. Mr. Bean is an alien. A spaceship shows up, Aliens that look just like him come down.
Hello? 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 Tea?
They greet him like a friend, a brother. They even clone him. But here's where things get dark, because Irma is there, and she sees it all. The ship, the clones, the truth. And what do the aliens do? They don't fight. They don't destroy. They erase her memory. They gently wipe her mind, so she forgets everything. She forgets the ship. She forgets the aliens. She even forgets Mr. Bean. And why? To protect her, because they know the truth would break her, because they think she's too fragile. But maybe it's the other way around. Maybe the aliens knew Irma was dangerous, unpredictable, emotional, volatile. Maybe they didn't want her knowing what Bean really was. Maybe they were scared of what she might do. Because think about it, Irma had already kidnapped Teddy, exploded a TV, manipulated Bean with love, and played with another man's heart like a toy. Now she learns Bean is from another world. That kind of power in Irma's hands? Too much. So they erased it, erased everything. And when Bean returns, she doesn't recognize him. She looks at him like he's a stranger. No smile, no warmth, no love. It's one of the saddest moments in the whole series, because Bean remembers everything, but she remembers nothing. And just like that, the love story ends. Not with a breakup, not with a goodbye, with silence, with forgetting. And maybe that's the scariest part of all. Let's be honest. Irma Gobb has done a lot of suspicious things. She's kidnapped Teddy. She's exploded TVs. She's controlled Mr. Bean with guilt. She's erased from his life by aliens. But what if there's one final twist? One last mystery that connects it all? What if Irma Gobb is secretly behind something even darker? What if she's connected to the blue car? Yes, the famous blue Reliant Regal, the little three-wheeler that always crashes, the car that's always in Mr. Bean's way. That flips, that spins, that ruins everything. It's become his enemy, his cartoon curse. But nobody ever asks the real question. Who drives it? We never see their face. We never hear them speak. They just appear and cause chaos. But here's the scary part. In the animated series, there's a photo, a kindergarten photo. It shows 3 kids, a young Mr. Bean, the blue car driver, and Irma Gobb, together, in the same class. From the very beginning. So what does that mean? Could Irma be working with the blue car driver? Could she be the one telling him where to go, when to crash, when to ruin Bean's life? Or could she be driving it herself? Sounds crazy, right? But here's something even more shocking. In the official Mr. Bean video game, guess who drives the blue Reliant? Irma. Her name is even on the license plate. IRM39MIV. Coincidence? I don't think so. Maybe every time that blue car showed up, Irma was watching. Irma was planning. Irma was behind the wheel. And what if all the chaos, the missed dates, the breakups, the lost rings, wasn't bad luck? What if it was designed? What if Irma didn't just love Mr. Bean? What if she wanted to control him? Or worse, what if she wanted to destroy him slowly, piece by piece, emotionally, mentally, maybe even physically, and all while smiling, all while pretending to be the sweet, innocent girlfriend? That's what makes her dangerous. Not because she yells, not because she fights, but because she never has to. She plays the long game. She hides behind love. She keeps her hands clean, while someone else takes the blame. So now you know. Irma Gobb isn't just a side character. She's not just a love interest. She's smart, she's patient, and she's a little terrifying. She knows how to hurt Mr. Bean. And worse, she knows how to make him think it's his fault. That's not love, that's manipulation. And if she really is behind the blue car too, then we're not just talking about heartbreak. We're talking about something darker, something dangerous, something that's been hiding in plain sight all along. Irma Gobb might just be the true villain of the Mr. Bean universe. But what do you think? Is Irma really dangerous, or is she just misunderstood? Tell me in the comments. And if you made it this far, don't leave without showing some support. Smash that like button. Hit subscribe so we can break down even more wild theories. And share this with a friend who still thinks Irma is innocent. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next theory.